Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Reno, and of course I am a lover of all things paranormal, cryptid, and supernatural, and today we're going to be doing another reaction video, and we're reacting once again to Sam and Colby. It's their latest video where they supposedly summon a demon. Now, whether or not they summon a demon, I don't know. I haven't seen it yet. You're going to follow along with me. We'll be reacting to their paranormal investigation techniques and whether or not I think that they have actually managed to summon said demon. Also, full disclaimer, I still don't know who Sam and who Colby is. Like, I don't know which one's which. I think the brunette is Sam, but I might be wrong. And for that, I apologize to them. But anyways, let's get into it.
Today, we are at the farmhouse at the top of Pendle Hill, also known as the most paranormally active spot in all of the United Kingdom.
It's known for the famous deadly witch trials of 1612.
But in order to get the answers of what actually happened at these witch trials, tonight we are going to be summoning the actual devil himself.
Not physically possible. The devil cannot rightfully be summoned by just two random dudes, and I highly doubt that they are doing the proper sacrifices that you would need to summon him. That's just my opinion. I don't practice black magic, but I would assume that it would require a little bit more than just two dudes. Maybe. Or who knows? Maybe Satan's just kind of like a chill guy, and he's like, yeah, absolutely, I'll show up. Are they must be doing some special thing for the month of October. Maybe it would have been a better idea to react to the first episode that they did of this, but I was not aware of that, and I'm just kind of reacting to their most recent one. Again, I don't think that they're going to actually be able to summon said demon. If they are trying to, though, practicing dark arts and dark magic is a very risky thing if you believe in that. I'm very curious to see what happens from this.
Oh, what? How is he getting that up there? I don't know. It's a massive bed.
Where is Pendle Hill?
I think we're on Pendle Hill right now.
Makes sense. We're on a hill.
Oh, God.
He's lowering it, dude.
Where are we going?
The house we have in Sam right now is great.
I know.
Come on, guys.
You're gonna kill us before the ritual.
Oh, yeah, before the ritual, because I was planning on killing you anyway.
Are they going to explain who those other two are? Again, I didn't watch the first episode of the South Month, and hopefully it's not these two joining them in every episode, and they were just like, yeah, we'll just explain who they are in the first episode, and hope everyone kind of just watches along. And we don't need to explain them again. I wonder if this is a bad idea.
Tonight we are going to investigate a secret 400-year-old farmhouse at the top of the infamous Pendle Hill. For thousands of years, Pendle Hill was a sacred burial place and used for powerful rituals. Now this hill has deep connections to witchcraft and the devil himself because it was once the home of the most famous witch trials in European history.
Good evening.
So, I don't think you can call it secret if it is infamous. Infamy kind of implies that it is known. Also, there is such a difference between witchcraft and devil worship, so hopefully they kind of explain in the past, was it actual devil worshiping that they were doing, or, excuse me, was it more of like a group of Wiccans who were just going about doing their practices? It could have even been people who follow the ancient Celtic beliefs and doing Celtic rituals. Hopefully they kind of give more of an explanation to that.
What's going on, Dan? Wow. This is the farmhouse right here?
Yes.
Okay.
It's like a dark energy, isn't it? Unsafe, I think is the best way to describe it. I've come out a few times while waiting, just because there's noises going on. It's horrific in there.
Already?
Yeah, already. I was just sat on the couch, literally just doing some bits on the laptop, and I don't know how to describe it. We had it earlier, like, almost like a voice from near the door, and then it was like someone or something was just moving right near the couch. I was like, yeah, I'm out. Yeah.
Now, they also said it's an undisclosed location. The UK is not that big. I know that's shocking to hear people from the UK. Your country's not that big. It is quite literally a little bit bigger than the New England area where I currently reside. I'm sure it'd be very easy to find this location since, again, if it's so well known, it's probably just down a side road somewhere. It might be a location that is closed off to many people, which I have heard some things about Sam and Colby, potentially getting arrested for trespassing, which I don't condone. If you are going to be going paranormal investigating, you should be asking for permission to do so. If they deny you that chance, you just need to move on. Don't break the law just because you think that you have a right to go in and search for ghosts.
Already? Today we're with Nikki and Harrison! Let's go!
They can't touch me. They can't touch me.
Dude, I want to touch you.
Nah, whoa.
Guys, welcome Nikki back to the channel. You're basically a medium now, Nikki, right?
I mean, I'm getting there.
Okay, so a medium is someone who can supposedly speak and see spirits. Whether or not that is actually true, it's impossible to say. You have to believe in that if you want to. Personally, I find most of them to be fraudulent. There are people who are going to do a lot of research before they get to the place and then be like, oh yeah, I can sense Tabitha is here because the records show me, hey, a Tabitha died in this place 200 years ago and maybe her ghost might still be there. Am I calling this person a fraud? No, I don't know anything about this person yet. I'm sure we'll see more of them and I'll be able to get kind of a sense of idea as to whether or not she is. I am hoping she's not a fraud. I would love, an actual psychic medium to show up and be like, hey, I don't know jack shit about this place. I don't know anything about Pendleton Hill or Pendle Hill, whatever the hell this place is called. So hopefully this person also doesn't know much about it.
Yeah. Then Harrison, you are a food YouTuber, so how do you feel to be here?
Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing here. let's go get some food. We don't have to do it. We can film a food video if you want.
Yeah,
We could. Let's just go to McDonald's.
Haunted investigation at McDonald's.
Waffle House. You need to do an investigation at a Waffle House because there's no way that Waffle Houses are not a portal to some other interdimensional hell. There's no way. You can't tell me that Waffle Houses aren't possessed.
Believe in the paranormal?
I'm like, well, if it's there, it's there. I'm going to be honest.
All right, we'll see if that opinion changes tonight.
Sun goes down.
Got to him screaming.
We're going to die.
Is that?
It's the thing that we keep saying.
In 1603, King James I took the throne and had one main obsession: witch hunting. This means that everybody and their mother's main goal was to bring a witch to trial to appease the king. Authorities would torture people, mainly women, into confessing their ties to the devil. And if they were found guilty, they would be hanged.
The most famous of these witch trials was at Pendle Hill in 1612, accounting for 2% of the entire witch death toll.
This farmhouse is 400 years old.
Now, obviously, those weren't pictures of the actual people who were hung because cameras were not invented in 1602. I don't believe the first camera would be coming around until, I want to say, the 1840s, 1850s. So a good 200 years after all these trials took place. Now, whether or not King Richard I's main goal was hunting and finding witches, I can't really say for certain, but I don't think that would have been his main goal in the 1600s. It probably would have been getting more people over to the colonies, because England at the time would have been kind of establishing more footholds in the colonies in the United States, or what would now be the United States, as well as other places throughout the world to get more natural resources. That was probably more of his main concern than hunting witches. He probably did also, though, believe that witches could place curses and stuff like that on them, so he would want to hunt them down. I don't think that was his main goal as king.
Cold. So actually, we might die because we fall through the goddamn roof or the floors. Let's get inside.
And that might be another reason why they say that this place is, the location is quote unquote unknown or undisclosed, because this is probably a condemned building. They don't want people just showing up there and getting injured, and then they are then liable, because even though you trespassed into a building that is falling apart, because you were there, the people who own that building are still liable, because they should have had better protection against people trying to come in.
Tonight we have exclusive access to a secret farmhouse that was actually around during those famous witch trials of 1612. Those trials have led to the spirits of the...
Also, I think if we go back, we can actually see as they zoom into the map, this area right over here looks to be like farmland and possibly a city. So it's clearly not an undisclosed location. Like, this is very much a hill. Like, yeah, like these look like roads. This looks like a town, some big buildings and stuff like that. I think this is probably a pretty well-known location in the area.
During those famous witch trials of 1612, those trials have led to the spirits of the Pendle Hill witches haunting this very building. Although the current owners were trying to keep this discreet, the paranormal activity got so intense that they can't even keep it a secret anymore.
This house we're in right now, what's the actual story with this?
These people would have definitely known almost all of the people that died in the Pendle Hill witch trials, because this is the same area on the same hill as their neighbors who were hanged.
11 of them. This is the only standing building, or one of the only standing buildings around here, so we think they might come here in the afterlife.
This location will give us the best chance possible to get to the real story of the Pendle Hill witches through the spirits themselves. Were they innocent, or were they actually making deals with the devil?
Most likely innocent. Most witch trials that you see are witch hunts. They are just people trying to be like, hey, I don't like this particular person. They are clearly a witch. We need to get rid of them. It's really famous in Salem, Massachusetts during the Salem witch trials, which happened not too long after this. A lot of it was poor people seeing the rich people kind of doing better than them and being like, hey, I don't like this person. They're a witch. I saw them doing witchcraft because they're, better off than I am. They're doing better than me. So most likely most of the people here were just God-fearing Christians because that is the predominant religion in the UK at the time and still is to this day. So they probably were just kind of being like, oh, Rebecca, spurned my advances, so she's clearly a witch. There's no way that someone doesn't want to date me, the best looking man in the village. Ignore the fact that I have smallpox and survived and I look ugly as all hell. Rebecca spurned me, so she is a witch. We need to hang her. And because she is a woman in the 1600s, she doesn't really get a say in it. It's just, yep, she's a witch because all these old men who also got spurned by her say she's a witch.
What's that? I just got a new smell.
Oh.
Like, it didn't smell like, it smelled musty the entire time. No, it smells like cinnamon.
Okay.
Someone ripped ass and it just smells like cinnamon. We all know that people don't smell things. It's just someone farting. Or, believe it or not, some of these items, right? So like wood in particular is really great at holding in scents. And then when it heats up in the sunlight, which it doesn't look like there's much sunlight coming in here through now, but this is, something that could explain why he is smelling cinnamon, is wood is really good at holding in scents. And then when they warm up, that scent actually gets released. You can actually see this with a lot of like old smokers tables. So people who would sit and smoke cigars at like a wooden table, that wood would absorb the smoke and then the smell of said cigar. And then when it heats up in the sunlight, the wood kind of expands a little bit, and that's the smell particles that were trapped in there tend to release a little bit. And you can suddenly get the smell of a cigar. He's saying it smells like cinnamon. Could that be something? Who knows? Maybe one of them has like a cinnamon type cologne, or maybe she's wearing a perfume that has, hints of cinnamon to it. Who knows? It could also just be a random thought that popped into his head. Hey, I kind of smell cinnamon. Maybe there's an air freshener somewhere that we haven't seen yet. Who knows?
Ass doesn't smell like cinnamon.
Oh, I know.
Whoa!
Is this a different video or not?
Are they dating? Are Sam and Colby a couple? Are they the Dan and Phil of this generation? Dan and Phil just announced, to no one's surprise, that they had been together for like 16 years. Are Sam and Colby together? Again, I don't know these guys at all. I'm not trying to be like, haha, these two dudes are gay. No, but like, are they dating? Could they be dating? I know a lot of people on the internet like to ship real people together. It's really weird, but they do it. I'm genuinely curious as to whether or not these two are dating.
Let's go to the saddler's kitchen.
Yeah, it looks nice. Oh, yeah, you gonna cook?
You want me to cook something up? We can.
This looks nice and old.
It smells old, too.
It smells like vomit.
Yeah, like, how is this kitchen compared to, like, what you usually whip up in?
I mean,
Oh, this is awesome. This is where we're doing some seances.
And so again, the smells that you're going to get, it could be the fact that this is old wood beams. These old wood beams have probably collected a lot of smoke and a lot of aromas that they are then going to release throughout the day. Why it smells like vomit, that's more of an acidic smell. I don't know. It could be that acidic smell that they are smelling is in fact a malevolent spirit. Malevolent spirits tend to reek of unpleasant scents, so you're going to smell things like vomit or rotting flesh or decay, mold. It could be something like that. It could also just be the fact that we know this building's condemned. There could be mold in the walls that they're picking up and smelling.
Like I thought that was a... Wait, it is.
Oh, wait, what?
Oh.
No, I thought I saw like a broken face.
Oh, God! That's a scary ass spot.
That is a scary ass spot.
Or like jumping too far.
Oh, this must be the library. New smell unlocked. Yes!
We're going investigating.
Sweet cinnamon. What do you think they are hiding under this scary blanket right here? Oh, literally. Oh, shit! That scared the fuck out of me!
It's a witch's broom!
Oh, my God!
Oh, I can't fly. You try it.
Why is your broom so
Is that levitating?
She's like, pew! 400 years ago, this is a normal sized broom.
Do you think that's a normal broom or?
It's like, no.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I think that broom would have been used for dusting. You would have used that for the shelves, the ceiling, stuff like that. Unless they are an incredibly short person, which the four of them might be. I don't know. I think if I was in this building, I probably would have already hit my head multiple times, as I am 6'2". But I think that broom is just meant for sweeping the shelves. Also, why is there a map of Pakistan? Interesting.
Like this is like a small broom?
that's a small one, right? You ain't flying on that thing.
Really? You think it takes a
bro.
big broom to fly out?
Guys, I don't think it matters how big or small it is.
Exactly. It's the powers that the broom have.
Exactly, dude. Exactly.
Right? Come on, guys.
We say this joke in every video. I love it.
I think we're trying to tell the audience something.
Or are you?
What?
What?
Oh my God!
What?
Up here, camera guy.
Literally
The last person. The camera guy has to go first so the audience can see. Oh God! Are you kidding?
Not the camera guy. Scared.
Dang it!
I don't know if it's all the smells, the different ones that we smell, but my head is starting to hurt.
Really?
Yeah.
Already?
Yeah.
It could very well be the smells. It could very well be there are like electrical wiring that is releasing an electromagnetic field that can cause headaches. We do see that there is power in this building. There have been lights on. This is a power switch. Again, they've said that the building is falling apart. It's in disrepair, so there could be loose wiring, exposed wiring, and that exposed wiring is going to send out an electromagnetic field, which to some people can cause headaches, migraines. It could just be the different scents that they are smelling.
Like in the side.
Oh, I was gonna say, by the way, if there's a specific room where you feel like it's the most energy or most
Yeah.
haunted, please let
I
us know.
felt it like ramp up a little bit in the kitchen.
Okay.
Yeah, and honestly, you being never have done this before, if you ever feel like weird, let us know. Because the first couple times that we ever ghost hunted, we had like weird gut feelings in certain rooms.
Okay.
So
Like
if you,
butterfly.
yeah,
Okay.
butterfly, like anxiety vibes.
Maybe nausea.
Or if you see a witch, like just let us know.
And that is something too that when you are paranormal investigation or paranormal investigating, you're gonna have different feelings that are going to show up. You know, sometimes you're gonna walk into a room and you're gonna feel really ill all of a sudden. They say that that could be the sign of a spirit drawing energy off of you. in order to try to manifest themselves or in order to do something to show you that they are there. That energy being drawn from you, your body doesn't know how to react to it. So it's like, oh, maybe we're sick. You know, like maybe like I need you to feel something to know that like something's not right in this general area. And sometimes, you know, people can leave the room and feel immediately better. It's sometimes just walking into that room. There's something going on. Maybe the air is a little bit thicker. Maybe there's, you know, mold in the wall that's kind of seeping out that we can't see that's making us sick. But people do use that to kind of explain like, hey, something's not quite right about this area that I am in, and I'm now feeling sick from it.
Room number 1.
It's colder up here than it is down there, which is weird because heat normally rises, but it might be because it's not insulated or whatever. But it is freezing.
I don't like that there's a handprint randomly on this wall. I don't know if you can see that.
And that could be, it could be one of those two things. Heat normally does rise. However, if the room is not insulated well enough, the heat's going to escape anyways. If there's no insulation whatsoever, the heat will escape. And sometimes they would do that in areas that like, oh, no one's really going to be staying in this room, so we don't need to put as much insulation in. Also, old housing insulation is not like new housing insulation. Sometimes it's literally just newspapers, old clothes. It can get really gross, and it doesn't do much.
Yep, you can.
So someone just punched the wall.
Somebody's like, oh, where'd you go?
He's a bitch.
Yeah, that's not nice. You know there's paranormal manifestations of doors opening and closing here, dude.
Why do
And
you think
also
I did
there
it?
is a portal right next to it. Look.
What? Oh!
So it's like
I thought she was being like, oh, yeah, my psychic medium powers. Mirrors can form portals. I've said before in other videos, and I'll say it again. You can use mirrors as an attempt to scry, which is where you sit in front of a mirror or a reflective surface, sometimes a still pool of water, a still bowl of water that you can then look into, and the spirits can kind of manifest inside that reflection. There's no way to document it because it's what you can see happening. Anyone else who's looking into it will just see your reflection or their reflection, so it has to be, again, something that you have to be like, okay, I believe that scrying is real, I believe that scrying works, and by doing this, I'm going to be able to see some type of spirit or some type of paranormal activity happening through this mirror and through my own mind.
the door and the mirror.
Do you feel like a warmth coming through here, right here?
Yeah. Yes.
It's way warmer here than it is over there.
Definitely. And there's a handprint again.
God dang it!
Why does that keep happening?
It's said that if you knock on doors and walls, the spirits knock back.
Should we knock on some walls really quick?
Why are you so close to it? Why did you try to knock on my eyeball?
Get on the wall, dude.
Did that hurt your knuckles, dude? That was like you have a bleeding knuckle or something.
Go in for this. Oh, someone's in here. I'm gonna absolutely scream.
Yo, sorry, dude.
Christ, that was right. Goddamn ears.
Like that.
And that's something that you should be doing to your friends who are joining you on paranormal investigations who have never been before. You should scare the absolute jeebus out of them. In regards to the knocking, yes, spirits can knock. 3 knocks, however, is believed to be a negative thing. So if you hear those 3 knocks, if they are not coming from a person, it is believed that that is a demon or a malevolent spirit who is mocking the Holy Trinity, the Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost. So it's, the demon's like, hey, guess what? I'm a demon, knock, knock, knock. Screw God, Jesus, and the Holy Ghost, whatever. I don't know where that first came up, why people believe that it would be a mockery of the Holy Trinity. It could, maybe it's just a ghost being like, hey, 3 knocks is going to get someone's attention. Again, I don't know. But I am glad that they are scary.
I knew you were gonna do it. I was waiting for it.
She knows me so well now.
Whoa! Why is the clock at 3 a.m.?
Sexy time, maybe? I don't know.
Bro, sexy time? That's a witch's hour.
Oh, shit.
Not sexy.
Okay, I'm glad he explained it. The witching hour, 3 a.m. That is supposedly the time in which most hauntings are going to take place, is at 3 a.m. It's the time of day where the spirit world and the material world are at their closest, and spirits can kind of pass over and have more energy to do things. Some people also believe that it is the inverse of when Jesus was crucified. Christ would have been crucified at 3 p.m., so 12 hours later would be 3 a.m. And again, the spirits get that power as sort of like a mockery to Christ. As to whether or not that's actually true, I can't say. I don't know if there's any historical evidence that says that Christ was crucified at 3 p.m., but I do know that most people believe that the witching hour is because the realm of the material plane, which is where we are on right now, and the spirit plane are at their closest, and they can kind of intermingle.
Time. Right. Why are you only having sex at 3 o'clock in the morning? That's like way too late.
Not for me, brother.
What the fuck? That's when the witches come out.
That's when the witches come. The fuck?
Are you calling yourself a witch, bro?
No, dude.
Okay, two things. Am I going to have to censor most of this? Also, why does he have so many pins on his pants?
Nick is like, what are you guys talking about?
Hello?
I thought I heard someone.
Knocks and footsteps are coming here.
Yeah.
Mimic voices too. Like sometimes if you talk and you hear your same voice.
Oh, really?
Okay, we're going to pause this first because I want to talk about what they just said. Mimic voices. Mimics are a type of spirit. They are usually negative spirits, and they do exactly what their name implies. They mimic you. They mimic the people in your household. So you can be, say, in the kitchen, and you'll hear someone call from down the hall, "Hey, Steve," right? Your name's Steve. "Hey, Steve." And it'll be like your roommate's voice, you know, your roommate Joe's voice. And you'll be like, "What's up, Joe?" Joe's not home. Joe's at work. And then Joe will come home and you won't be there, and he'll hear, "Hey, Joe," but in Steve's voice. And Joe will be like, "Hey, Steve, what's going on? I thought you were at work." And Steve won't be there. And they'll try to get you to come into another room where, you know, they can have you alone, and they can then leech off of your energy and probably attempt to possess you.
Whoa.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello? Hello?
So she's kind of standing facing away from us, so I wouldn't be able to say that this is conclusive of a haunting. It could very well be her, because they are all looking to see if someone's there.
Hello?
Hang on, is it?
Hello? Hello? Hello?
There is like, I think it's, you hear her say hello and then almost like an echo responding, but like very, very faintly. It's hard to tell over the sound of the footsteps and just the general static that the camera is picking up. So it sounds like you're getting hello. Mm-hmm. Like it's very difficult to kind of discern. So I can't say for certain if there's actually a noise there or if it's just our brains trying to pick up something that we can, you know, hear.
I don't know.
Oh,
Wait, what was that?
You heard that, right?
There was like voices.
It sounded like a dog.
that was a door.
Oh, really?
A dog or a door?
I thought it was a dog. I thought it was a dog.
I thought I heard a door
I just
close.
heard. But I thought it was voices, not like a
Why
dog.
did we all hear different things?
Dude, I heard a door shut. Did you hear anything?
But the wall.
Shut. Did you hear?
But I thought
it was a dog.
Okay, hang on. I need to go back. Can we hear anything?
I don't know.
Oh,
Wait, what was that?
I don't know.
oh,
Wait, what was
You
that?
heard that, right?
There was like
I don't know.
oh.
Wait, what was
You
that?
heard that, right?
There was
I didn't hear a single sound. I can only hear them and their footsteps. So I don't know. Did you guys hear anything?
It's like voices.
It sounded like a dog.
That was a door.
Oh, really?
A dog or a door?
I thought it was a dog. I thought it was a dog.
I thought I heard a door
I just
close.
heard. But I thought it was voices, not like a
Why
dog.
did we all hear different things?
Dude, I heard a door.
Also, we can see here too that this window looks to be like it's shattered and open, so any sound that you could be getting that is far away could very well just be the sound of animals in the woods, you know, birds. I don't know if the UK has raccoons, but like animals like that, like small rodents, foxes, stuff like that you might be hearing in the distance that are just naturally around this area.
Did you hear anything? But the what?
And he looks like he's confused as hell. He's like, what the fuck are you guys talking about? Like, that is not the face of someone who's like, oh yeah, like I heard something. That's the face of someone being like, what the fuck are you guys talking about?
All right, room number 3.
Oh, this is a weird one.
Anything in there?
Ah, is this the Alice woman?
Oh, that does look like Alice Nutter's. Earlier tonight, we went to a person named Alice Nutter's statue because she was one of the victims who got hanged in the witch trials. We basically summoned Alice Nutter to come help us tonight, so hopefully she does follow us. Is this the dog the devil dog?
Oh my god! Basically, the story of the initial witch that got into these specific witch trials of 1612 was a little girl.
This massive witch trial all started with a 14-year-old girl named Allison Device. She was
I'm also very concerned that the photos that they have been using in this video are AI. I am staunchly against the use of AI in any forms of media or art. I'm okay with AI being used in like production and stuff like that, where it's like, hey, we need this thing, we need AI to create this algorithm to help us better science and things like that, but not in the form of photos and videos and editing and stuff like that. I am staunchly against AI. If you ever see me making a video where I'm reacting to something and it is AI and I don't mention it, please leave a comment and let me know in case I have missed that it's AI, so that way I can update anything that I have that states, hey, everything seen here is AI, because I want everything that I put out to be truthful and honest with you guys.
denied as a beggar and then cursed a man named John Law.
When she put the curse on the guy, a dog that came out was supposedly the devil. It was an all-black dog with like fiery eyes, and immediately gave this guy a stroke.
Like a hellhound.
Like a hellhound.
This little guy.
So, spirits of dogs are a common thing, especially in the UK, in folklore and stuff like that. There are creatures known as grims. They are spirits of dogs. Now, normally they are around to protect graveyards and cemeteries and to prevent evil spirits from either getting out of the graveyard or cemetery, or to prevent any evil entity from interacting with like good spirits that might be in there. There are also the belief that there are hellhounds, which are beings, dogs specifically, that come straight from hell. They're usually depicted as black with fire and smelling of brimstone and charcoal. As to where they get their first appearance from, their first mention in history, I'm not exactly certain, and I'm sure the stuff that I said about the Grimm might also not be 100% accurate to the original Celtic lore that they come from, but unfortunately, like, I'm not an expert when it comes to the ancient Celtic myths, and I will say that right now. I believe what I said is roughly, pretty much, roughly the truth, and that they keep out or interact with evil spirits to sort of protect other people.
Maybe not this.
He looks
guy.
nice.
But it's weird that they're drawing dogs.
However, John Law told local authorities, who took Allison to trial. And under pressure, they made Allison admit to being a witch and incriminate her family. So quickly, the Device family all turned on each other and confessed to witchcraft.
Each of the
And that is something that you see a lot in witchcraft, where they will use methods like torture. They will, a lot of like interrogation techniques that people will use today in like criminal cases, where they will just deny people for tens of hours without food, water, sleep, to the point where they're delirious and they'll say anything to kind of get some sort of reprieve, some sort of relief, whether that's food or water or just the ability to sleep. Usually that is not admissible in a court of law today. Back then, didn't matter. If it was you whipped them for 15 hours until they admitted that they were witchcraft, that was an admission of guilt, and they were guilty, they are a witch. And then, they'll say, oh, your entire family must be witches, it can't just be one person, and then it will be everyone being like, no, it's just Jessica. Jessica's the only witch in this family, but also Caroline's a witch too. I'm not a witch. And then Caroline will be like, no, it's Jessica and Maddie, and then so on and so forth, to the point that everyone is pointing fingers and everyone's going to be accused of being a witch.
Witches that confessed to actually doing witchcraft were summoning the devil through a dog.
Through dogs, yeah.
All of them were talking through hellhounds.
Many believe that some, if not all, of these witches were innocent, but what's certain is that this traumatic event has made Pendle Hill one of the most famous and paranormally active locations in all of the United Kingdom.
We are about to do a first investigation just to see if there's actually anything in the house. We also want to invite all of the people that were hanged for being a witch into the house to tell their story, because there was actually two families that were feuding against each other, that were accusing each other of witchcraft.
Now, many families were known witches in the town, and among those, the Device family had beef with
Alleged witches. Remember, these are alleged witches. Again, I don't want to say that they are, because I want to give them the benefit of the doubt, or maybe they don't know. A lot of these photos look like they are AI generated. And again, like I said, with the finger pointing in terms of witches, and at the beginning where I talked about how it was like at the Salem witch trials, people using slights against other families. So who knows, maybe at some point the Chaddix family stole the prized pig of the other family, or maybe they, broke a fence and refused to pay for it, and 40 years later, they're still holding that grudge. So they start accusing other people of being witchcraft, or witchcraft users. And another reason why I think that it might be an AI video, this is clearly the type of dress that you would see in the 1920s. These are 1920s, specifically 1920s America. So hopefully it is not AI, and hopefully these are just random photos that they happen to find that they are. Excuse me. Hopefully these are just random photos that they are using to kind of add ambiance to the video.
the Chaddix family.
This became a slippery slope because as an accused witch, one of the only ways to save yourself was to accuse other witches.
So, needless to say, the Device family immediately accused the Chaddix family of being witches as well. On top of that, neighbors tried to intervene, and they were also accused. This all led to a total of 12 people being put on one trial.
All of them pretty much confessed to being witches and summoning like devil dogs and things like that and killing people, but we don't know if that was true or not. So that's what we really want to get to the bottom of tonight.
Yeah, legend says that all these people were tortured. So imagine you're getting tortured and the people are like, say you're a witch, say you're a witch, say you're a witch. Like they might have been wrongfully saying it just to stop the torture.
In this witch trial alone, that accounted for 2% of the entire amount of witches that have ever been executed. All in just this one witch trial that we're going to be investigating tonight. But it is weird because a lot of them did say they would murder people, curse people, and practice witchcraft. There might be some truth to it. There might not.
Are they innocent or not?
Let's figure it out.
But again, you have to think, are they saying this after they've been tortured for 12 hours? A lot of the stuff that they're going to say is just going to be something to be like, fine, I will admit to whatever it is that you are telling me to say, so that way whatever pain and torment will stop. Also, how many of this is embellishments by the church, the local church, to be like, hey, this is the reason why we did these things, because they were saying that they were murderers, and like, we're still good Christians, we're good people, like, we don't just murder people for no good reason. They were clearly talking about murdering and cursing people because we as the church have to look good. Ignore what's going on behind the closed doors. It's fine. Also, 400 years ago, documentation is not going to be nearly as good as it is today.
We are going to be inviting all the spirits of the witches who died into the house. There was one specific witch trial in 1612. We're going to list off those names right now. Tonight, we invite the spirits of the witches of 1612. Firstly, we'd like to invite Old Demdike,
Elizabeth, James, and Allison Device.
Old Chaddocks.
Anne Redfern.
Jane and John Bulcock,
Alice Nutter.
Mold Heels.
And Jeanette Preston.
We invite these spirits to communicate with us tonight.
1, 2, 3. What?
I just keep thinking that I hear like voices behind me.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of voices.
As we're talking about her.
Well, we just summoned all the spirits here, and as you guys heard earlier, we have something particularly interesting happening right after this investigation. But before we do that,
I still don't know. I don't know what we're doing.
yeah, you don't want to know. But before we do that, we want to do one investigation to see if we can contact any of the witch spirits before we go to the big leagues.
Maybe Alice Nutter. She actually listened and accepted our offering. We're going to be using the REM pod right here. And then we also have something called the Alice box. And basically we can ask questions and it will speak back to us.
So we might get some
Okay, so the last video I reacted to of these guys was from 4 years ago at the Goatman's Bridge in Old Alton, Texas, with Call Me Chris. I like that their investigation techniques have significantly improved in those past 4 years. They actually, have what looks to be a proper carrying case with foam for all of their stuff. One of the big issues that I had in the last video was every time that they said that they heard something, all you could hear was the clicking of something against the camera, something that they were holding, probably like a bracelet or something, bumping up against it. So I do like that everything seems to be in a nice, tidy little supply area where they can remove it and put it back without causing too much disturbance in the general audio of things.
answers and hopefully...
Immediately.
Now, the REM pod just goes off. The way that a REM pod works is if something gets close to it, it will light up. The closer you get to it, the more lights will pop up. It can detect things allegedly like the electromagnetic field moving, temperature moving. The temperature part I can fully believe because that's just kind of tied to a digital thermometer, and if the temperature fluctuates at all, it can go off. But the closer you get to it, the more of a reaction you're going to get, the more lights, the more sounds that are going to happen from said device. Now, because he was standing in that doorway, we can't really say for a fact if this is a spirit approaching them or if it might have just picked up on him.
So
That was
far.
crazy. We're on edge, guys. Is that someone in the door that just came in?
Can you make that red light right here go off again?
Let's go up and touch it and we'll know you're here. Weird.
Woo! Immediately, and now it's just quiet.
Can I also say, the entire time while we've been walking around, I feel like someone is like holding my arm. So I feel like someone is like with me or something, because I feel like a pressure like right here.
Good
That's why I
vibes,
feel
bad
like,
vibes.
honestly, neutral.
Hopefully we find out who that is.
Find out right now. Here we go.
Yeah, and if there's anyone that can come up to this device... Oh!
As you're saying that,
Perfect.
Hi.
Hello.
Oh, hi.
Okay, so as we can see that there is nobody there, there's nobody around the device, so it is going off. That means something in the atmosphere around it is causing that to light up.
Hi.
If there's someone here...
January.
Interesting. When were the witch trials?
This will just randomly say any word.
So the spirit can choose the word, how it says.
Can you come up to this device?
Allegedly. I'm assuming this Alice box is much like a spirit box, but it probably does not have the amount of white noise that comes with it, or it's like the Ovilus, in which they can kind of select which words they want to say.
So that we're holding right here and speak with us, tell us maybe your name or something about you. We'd love to know if any of the spirits that we invited here today from the witch trials are here to talk to us.
That actually. Bind. What does that mean? Something is binded?
Are you like bound to this place?
Are you trapped here?
Or if something's still here standing in the doorway.
Oh my god, and the temperature!
Oh my god!
So that high-pitched noise is when there's a temperature change, either hot or cold.
Is that cold?
I don't know.
It's just a temperature change upward.
That is the one downside to that with the temperatures. It does not tell you if it's hot or cold. Spirits are believed to give off a cold atmospheric change. It'll get much colder in the room or just cold spots in a relatively warm area. Things, they said that they got the word bind in there. It could be that there are ghosts bound to this general location, to this general area, because that's where they died. Their spirits are essentially bound to the place because they were killed in such a tragic way. Obviously, most likely innocent people being hung after being accused of and tortured and admitted to witchcraft. Their spirits are probably like, no, I physically cannot move on because all this stuff happened to me in life.
Down.
I feel like I just felt a gust.
Abused.
Bind and abused. The torture? Is that what they're talking about?
Oh, all the witches that confessed, were tortured. If that's true, can you either tell us on this device or go back up to this red light and confirm?
Yeah, were you tortured way back in the day?
Or were you the one torturing?
Or Alice Nutter, if you accepted our offering, could you make the REM pod go off right here?
Always.
Maybe she's always watching.
Maybe she's talking about the torture too.
Or maybe.
Bind, abused, always.
Library.
Library. Oh, that's right there. There's a library right there.
So yeah, there's a library in the house. Always in regards to being tortured, it could be that it is a residual energy that is just reliving the torture that it went through while it was alive. Now, if that's the case, it would not be able to interact with the spirit box because it's kind of just like watching a movie on replay or like a GIF just constantly looping. Or maybe maybe they feel like they're still being tortured in this afterlife because they're stuck, they're trapped here.
You want us to go to the library?
Oh, shit!
That's crazy. What do you think about this, Harrison? Why is that going off?
We're gonna go to the library later to investigate, so we will be there later. Water.
I don't know much about how they got tortured and stuff, but I've seen in some cartoon when I was younger that they would get bound to rocks and thrown into water. And if they sink, they're huge.
That was done during the Salem witch trials, in which they would essentially tie heavy rocks or weights to women and throw them in the water. If they drowned, they were innocent. They were not a witch. And their death, they would be claimed in heaven by God because they were an innocent soul. If they did not drown, or if they managed to get free and swim away, they were clearly a witch and then would be hung until dead. So no matter what, it was a lose-lose situation for the women that were having this done to them.
And if they swim, they're witches.
Oh my god! That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, but then obviously if they swim, they're still gonna get killed. So there's no winning.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I think it's confirming your story.
Is this what happened to you?
Were you bound and abused in water?
That camera.
Crazy stomachache.
You did?
Is Nikki right? Were you tortured with some sort of water technique or just thrown into a lake? Ginny.
Jenny.
Was there a Ginny in the witch trials?
Jeanette.
Whoa.
Jeanette might not be a part of this word bank. Are we speaking with you, or would you like us to move over to the library?
Yeah, is your name Jeanette Preston? If it is, come touch this red light.
Is it Jeanette McCurdy? She's glad her mother died.
Guys, I just heard something in the library.
Really?
Yeah.
What wants us to go over there?
Yo, what's in the library? Before we go over there, could you tell us a little bit more about it?
Traverse.
Go
over there.
Like travel?
Like go over to the library.
Starve. Another means of torture. They were all malnourished. Are you trying to tell us your story of what happened to you? Thick.
Yo, she thick and starving.
Right. Come on, dude. She didn't have any food. Okay, so for double confirmation, oh shit!
Oh my god.
Wow.
Whoa, whoa.
Kiss.
Oh my god.
We have to fucking do this.
I'm like, wow, we really are in a different type of video.
They're doing that for the Tumblr girlies, which I just found out the other day is still an active website. I thought it died back in like 2018, 2019, whenever it got bought out and they were like, hey, no more NSFW stuff on this website. I thought that it completely died then, but apparently it's still going strong, and they were definitely doing that for the Tumblr girlies.
For those of you guys that have been listening to us, you know what we're about to do. Do you have any warnings for what is about to happen at this farmhouse?
Peace.
Peace.
Like there's like a piece of what we're about to do, like a little bit of, I don't know.
Or we're giving a piece of ourselves.
Oh my.
Speaking of Tumblr girlies, she looks like one of them. Not in like a bad way. I'm not trying to be like mean to her, but she looks like a Tumblr girly. At least the Tumblr girlies that I used to follow.
God.
Knowing what we're about to do,
That's so scary.
maybe.
We haven't told Harrison yet.
Should we just break the news?
Is there any reason that we should not tell Harrison what we're about to do? And if not, we're going to tell him in the next 10 seconds. Oh!
Does that mean yes or no?
Mirror!
Mirror.
No.
Oh no! Upstairs?
Let's go.
There have been witches in this area for hundreds of years that all work with the devil, so we decided to bring one out to help us connect to this dark energy.
Guys, we do not recommend and actively warn against doing anything like this.
It is time. This is Roxanne. You deal with both light energy, but also primarily dark energy.
I try to find light in the dark, basically, if that makes sense.
All right, I have an issue already. So she's wearing a mask. That's fine. You know, COVID is still a thing. That mask is see-through and transparent, which means that it is not going to be good enough to block out things like germs and bacteria. Now, is she doing that possibly to hide her identity a little bit? Maybe. I also don't know many people who say that they actively try to summon the devil, which is what they're about to try and do. So I'm very interested to see in what she has to say.
Are you familiar with the 1612 witch trials?
Yes, I have a mixed view on it. I think some of the women that were here were witches. I think some were innocent. That kind of tradition was passed on, kind of paved a way for witches like me, if that makes sense. These wise women, these cunning folk, were religious people. So they did used to go to church, and that was their holy space as well. When that all started to kind of happen, they were shunned away from the church and taken away from their holy spaces. That's where the devil kind of comes into it. The idea of the devil becomes the protector of these people that were shunned away and shut away from their spaces of worship. He is a protector for those who are different, that are outcasts of society a little bit.
If there's any way to truly understand what these Pendle Hill witches...
That's kind of a newer adaptation and thought of the devil. The devil in Christianity has always been an evil spirit. It's kind of more so nowadays, kind of people looking at it with, again, more of a grain of salt and being like, okay, well, the devil has been doing this stuff, which seems more positive if you genuinely look at it than other things. So, like, for instance, Christ went and spent, I believe, 30 days out in the desert to kind of prove to, his father or his followers that he was holy and pious. And the devil came up and was like, hey man, just eat food, drink water. Like, it doesn't matter in the long run. The devil being a protector, I suppose I can kind of see it where it's, if you believe that the devil is Lucifer Morningstar, who fell from heaven because he wanted to be treated as equal in God's eyes to humans, which isn't necessarily the story. He kind of wanted, to be he wanted God to view them as better than the humans because he believed that they were, and he was cast out. There's a lot of different arguments you can make on it. I personally don't believe that the devil is a protector at all. I also don't believe that the devil is this truly evil being. I think he is the antithesis, the dark side of what God would be. I'm also not saying that I even believe in God and the devil. I believe that there are good and dark spirits out there, and some of them probably have gained enough power to look like that. But again, they could also not exist, and all of this could just be easily explained. I'm a multifaceted man, as one might say.
Witches we're dealing with is to go directly to the source.
We brought Roxanne here today because we want to do something that we have never done on the Sam and Colby channel ever before. Not only are we going to be asking for protection tonight at the Pendle Hill Farmhouse, but we are going to be summoning the devil himself.
And again, you can kind of see in his face too that he doesn't believe that they're actually going to be doing this. I personally don't think that they are either. I think most people who would say that they believe in devil worship and trying to summon the devil usually requires some type of dark sacrifice to do so. But maybe this witch has other means. Maybe she has other, spells and stuff to kind of explain why they don't need it.
Have you successfully summoned the devil before?
I work with the devil all the time.
Is there a specific name for this devil, or do you just encompass it as the devil himself?
So I personally encompass it as the devil because I'm still kind of keeping that idea of taking the church names for it and church symbolism and using that.
So do you think that the witches that died during the 1612 witch trials were contacting this same devil that we might be contacting tonight?
Yes.
With that being said, do either of you guys want to participate in the summoning of the devil?
I normally would, like in any other situation, I would say, yeah, let's do it. However, I've just had a really terrible week. This time I have to sadly say no.
I mean, like, what's the risk? Why are you two not? There's no way you're doing it.
I'm not doing it.
You're not doing
I
it?
can't.
But there's no way, like, the risk, or why?
Like, I guess, let's say in the worst case scenario, things go wrong. What is the actual risk here?
We're not gonna call him to be here or stay here. We're just calling him to ask him to allow us to do this one. Because a lot of the energies here, spirit-wise, are angry because of what happened. Because a lot of them were innocent, and even the ones that weren't innocent were angry about it, you know?
I'm still like back and forth. I do want to really do it, but I also am worried.
That's
really.
a sign, by the way.
What?
Really?
Yeah.
About what?
Moths.
Oh, it landed on
Moths that-
Sam's
Like a death
face.
omen?
Just hit me in the
No,
forehead,
not
bro.
necessarily. It's kind of like, for me anyway, that's like he's here. He's kind of here already. I've got you. You guys are gonna...
I don't trust this. I think this might just be a lot of mumbo jumbo. I think she's kind of playing it up. Again, I don't know many people in their right mind who would actively go out of their way and summon the devil, or a devil, especially just kind of, at least not the type of person who's like, oh, I'm going to summon the devil, but also I want to wear a mask to protect other people from pathogens and diseases that I might be carrying. But like, you're okay with summoning the devil who could then give you those. Again, I'm taking all of this with like, not even a grain of salt. It's like a salt lick block that you give like wild, or what are they called? Like cows and horses, wildlife, your animals.
Be okay. So.
Okay, I think I will do that.
What?
I trust you.
There's no selling.
Was that Trump wine? Hang on.
He's here. He's kind of here already. I've got you. You guys are going to be okay. So.
Okay.
No, okay, it's TRI something. I was going to be really confused, but also I think that would be absolutely hilarious using his shitty wine to try to summon the devil. Very like South Park-esque.
I think I will do that.
What?
I trust you.
There's no selling souls to devils happening here.
Right.
Why not?
I feel like you need to. I felt this about you before we've even met.
Wait, what do you mean you feel? What about me? That I need.
There's something different about you well, for me, in a good way. There's a dark thing, but it's a beautiful dark thing. And I feel like you need to tap into it more.
If I'm not mistaken, we can have an actual conversation with the devil.
I'm gonna try to channel. It doesn't always go smoothly. The way that I usually do it with him is it comes through writing. So I'd sit and I'd just write what I feel like he's trying to say to me.
Yeah, I mean, like,
In or out?
nothing grand, boy.
I think it's a hoax. I don't think she's actually. I think she's just been playing this up. I have a feeling she's gonna be like, oh, you can find me on like this social media site and stuff like that. I don't think any of this is actually true. But again, who am I to say? Maybe it is. I'm not that deep into, Wicca or witchcraft or anything like that yet. I've been kind of studying it on my own in the background. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this is an actual thing.
We're in.
Let's go.
Whoa!
Let's give it a go.
Can I talk to you first?
Sure.
Okay, cool. I'll be right back, real quick.
You good?
Yeah, no, I just,
Okay, so that's Colby. I gotta remember, Colby is the brunette and Sam is the blonde.
I know that we push the bar a lot for our videos, and we've had like people do magic before in like our videos and stuff like that, but I just want you, I know you're not religious, and I know that like you're trying to push the bar yourself, but really think about what you're doing. Okay?
Yeah, worried about this?
I'm very worried about this because seriously, as a Christian, and I'm sure a lot of Christians out here watching as well, you're not supposed to mess with this dark magic like this. And even if you don't believe, it could come back to bite you in the ass. And so I really want you to think about it before you do it, because like I said, like with my faith and me like believing in Jesus and stuff, like it makes me feel bad that my best friend would like put himself in a situation like this. So please be careful, but I cannot be a part of this. I don't want to tap into any of this like evilness and directly talk to Satan. I can't do that. Again, I know we've done some dark stuff on this channel before, but we've never crossed this line before. Just think about what you're doing. I will never cross this line of actually going into like Satanism and dark occult magic where we're like literally summoning Satan. It's fucked up and it doesn't sit right with my soul, and I don't ever want to be paranoid or like think that something bad is going to happen to me because like I'm trying to make a cool YouTube video.
No, I get that. We don't have to do this ever again.
Guys, for everybody here watching, I'm not kidding, do not do any of this at home. From like the bottom of my heart, I'm begging you guys, just watch this. Do not be influenced by it. Learn from this experience, but do not go into this practice. It's dark. It's not good. This is not what Jesus wants us to do. I can't participate in that.
And just know that that is all for the pushing and trying to understand the answers of the paranormal. This is not me like trying to disrespect your religion or something. This is purely being like, this is the next step into understanding what these spirits can do.
No, and I understand that, and I do want to say to you personally, like, I'm not going to like be upset with you if you do this. It's not going to be something that I'm like disappointed by. I am just, as your friend, heeding you the warning of what you're about to do, and you have the choice if you want to do it or not.
Okay, so I actually really appreciate that they did that. Again, I don't know anything about these two guys, so it's nice to see that, he genuinely does care and does believe in everything that they are doing, right? Like, they're trying to find proof of the paranormal. They're trying to, find something out there. He also genuinely does believe in his faith, and I have no qualms with that. To set the record straight for everyone, I am fully okay with anyone believing in anything that they want, so long as it does not bring harm onto others. You can be a Christian, you can be Jewish, you can be Hindu, Buddhist, Zoroastrian, Shinto, all of those religions. I personally do not care what you believe in, so long as you're not using those beliefs to harm others. And the fact that he's sitting there and he's saying, hey, listen, I believe in Christ, I am a Christian, I don't feel comfortable with this, so I am not going to do it. And he's genuinely, you can see it in his eyes, he is genuinely worried for his friend. But he's not saying, hey, you can't do this because my faith won't allow it. I really appreciate that. I know I've made comments about the church earlier in this video. And when I make those comments, when I talk about the church, I am not talking about John and Jane Doe who believe in Christ and who worship God. I am talking about the organization of that religion that has brought bad things onto this earth, onto this planet. The organization of these religions who say, hey, these are the teachings of Christ and our Lord. We're actively going to ignore them because of things like money and power, which are things that Christ himself condemns. Christ, condemned bankers and the tax collectors and fed the poor and the hungry. I grew up in the Protestant church. I grew up going to Sunday school every week, going to church every week with my mother. I personally grew out of it. I believe that there are good spirits and bad spirits. I believe that there could be one God above them all. I believe that all gods could exist. But in my eyes, I don't believe any of them deserve to be worshipped. Not the good, not the bad. I can acknowledge if they exist, but I will not sit there and say that I need to live my life by your rules and by your dictations. I am going to live my life how I wish to live my life. Now, if that means that when I pass and there is an afterlife and I go to this afterlife and they say, you have no access to any of us because you refuse to worship, that is something I am fully willing to accept. I'm willing to accept that today. I will accept that tomorrow, and I will accept that the day that I die and the day that I pass on. So I appreciate what Colby, trying to remember their names, Colby, is saying to Sam. He's saying, hey, listen, I can't go forward with this. I do not trust this. And that's fair. I also personally don't trust this. In the aspect of, one, this could just very well be a person trying to, in this day and age, unfortunately, make money. They are trying to push a product of some way. They are actively, not necessarily her, but other people who do satanic rituals are actively trying to cause harm to other people. If you are someone who says, hey, I believe in using Satanism as a way of protection, that's fine, so long as you're not actively trying to use it to harm other people. Because I believe at the end of the day, all religions kind of boil down to one thing, and that is protection and ultimately a fear of the unknown of what comes afterwards. So we have created this kind of story as to what's going to happen once we pass on. I think that's what all religions boil down to. And we have essentially expanded them throughout history and throughout our own imaginations. So I really appreciate that he, was like, hey, listen, like, I'm really worried for you. I'm not going to tell you you can't do this, but personally, I will not do this. I will not take place in this. And I like the fact that Sam said, hey, listen, after this, we never have to do this again. We'll never do this again because you're so uncomfortable with it. And the fact that he's doing this solely to push the paranormal investigation. And I really appreciate that about the both of them. I actually, again, this is the second video I've seen of them. I really like these guys so far. So I really think that these guys, you know, I've heard some things, you know, they got in trouble for trespassing and stuff like that. We've all made mistakes in our lives. I know, Saints, trust me, I've done plenty of dumb shit, bad shit. I really am starting to like these guys because they seem to really care about each other and about this.
We're gonna...
Also, real quick, the upside down cross, I don't know when it started getting associated with the satanic cults and, you know, the Antichrist and stuff like that. That's the cross of St. Peter. It is not in any way, shape, or form a bad symbol. The Antichrist cross or the Leviathan cross is essentially a cross with like a, I want to say like an infinity symbol kind of wrapping around it. It's difficult to kind of explain without showing you a picture. I might put a picture up in editing. I don't know. We'll get to that point. But upside down cross, it's mostly for thematics. It is not a like evil symbol.
We're going to be calling on the devil, who's known as the father of witches, to give permission, to give blessings, and to protect. If you want to just take a minute, try and clear your mind from like anything else going on right now, like, oh my god, is this a safe idea or whatever. Just clear your mind completely. Try and be as blank as possible for a moment. Okay. We're gonna walk around the circle twice, and not out loud, but in your head, if you feel comfortable with it, because I'll be doing it enough for everyone. You're gonna say, through the dark, we find light.
These two dogs.
That might be a sign. Hold on. That felt angry, but not necessarily from him. It might be from something else.
If it felt angry, it could be one of the witches. One of the ones who were, you know, innocent, who were God-fearing Christian women who, you know, are seeing this now and they're like, you're doing witchcraft. I died because someone said I was a witch. And now you're actively doing witchcraft? This is bad. Again, also, we saw each of the candles kind of slowly go out. Now, could it just be that the wick was running low? Absolutely. Could it have been the wind? I don't think so. I don't think it's the wind because we would have seen some of these other candles around here also going out. Like the wind's not just going to come here and stop here. It's going to hit all of this. So the wind would have to have blown most of them out. If it's going to be strong enough to blow these out, it would blow these out as well. They also kind of dim, which to me does make it seem almost like it was more so just, you know, the wicks on these candles might not have been that strong, because sometimes candles will just kind of snuff themselves out because the wicks, there's something going on with them. I don't know too much about how to explain stuff like that, but that is a possibility.
So what we need to do now is we want to light up the central bowl. So the central bowl is our central piece. The red candle in there is his offering candle. Once that's lit up, that kind of brings the whole thing alive. So what we want to do is we want to light the path towards him if he's being represented by the red candle. So light from the outside inwards. What we're going to do is we're going to bring him into it now by lighting this, which this candle represents him.
And so him meaning
the devil, yeah. I'm going to ask if you want to light it because something is telling me that Sam should light it.
Let's start with that.
It ties into what I was saying over there. There's something about you.
There's something about me that connects me to the devil.
Yeah. Light it, hold it in your hand for a moment, close your eyes, and
Who's the gentleman in the background there? Because that's not Colby. I wonder if it's maybe a person that came with Roxanne. I think that was what they said her name was. Also, I want to mention, they keep saying the devil. There are several different types of negative spirits in Christianity. So there is the devil, which is just kind of like an overall arching term for the evil that was created by God himself. There is Lucifer, who is the fallen angel, that many associate him with the devil. Many people believe that, he rebelled against God and he was cast down into hell to sort of be its ruler. And he is the devil. There is Satan, which, if you actually look back in ancient Hebrew, Satan means, I believe, roughly he who judges. So Satan in the ancient Hebrew text is not a negative spirit. It is, when you pass, your soul goes in front of Satan, in front of the Satan, and he judges your soul. He judges your life. Are you worthy enough to go to a happy afterlife, or do you go to hell or whatever negative space there is? So those are kind of like the three things. And then you've got things like demons, which are just pure negative spirits. They may or may not be the fallen angels that fell with Lucifer. It all gets really complicated, and a lot of it kind of contradicts itself. But again, they're trying to summon the devil, which I'm assuming they are trying to say is, the half man, half goat being who tempts humans to do sin.
And we just say, I thank you for allowing us to be here tonight. We mean no disrespect. Whatever way feels right to you. Once you've done that, hold it tight in your hand, feel it in your hand like this, and raise it up until you feel like it's ready to come down. And when you do, put it into the bowl. Then we'll start the next section, which is doing the offerings. Go with it, you got this.
This is their second attempt at lighting that. So clearly they attempted to light this originally, because if we go back, look at how long that wick is. It is very long. So he has attempted to light this candle already. It burned for a second and then went out. So let's remember that in this summoning ritual that they're doing. I want to see if we're right here.
Go with it, you got this.
Yeah. Okay, see how small that wick was? You can even see the burns on it. So they've already attempted to light this candle once.
Let go of everything in your mind.
Thank you for letting us communicate tonight, allowing us to talk with the spirits and understand, get answers about the witch trials that happened over 400 years ago. Please open up the communication and help us. We mean no disrespect. We just need your help.
That's the sign of him.
The moth just came on.
That's my devil's sign. See him?
Whoa.
He's here. He hears you. That's good.
Now, she said that's her devil sign. I've never seen anything that symbolizes that moths have anything to do with the devil. It may be something that's just specific to her alone. I know in some cultures, butterflies are symbols of death. They bring spirits to the afterlife. But I don't believe it's anything. I don't believe any of them are in the UK. I don't believe that's anything like that. I want to say it's more so Central and South America. Again, I don't know how much I trust this ritual.
Step out of the circle.
How do you feel?
That was pretty intense.
I wasn't cancelling that moth. 100% was him. So what we're gonna do now, we've kind of called out to him, we've lit everything up for him, we've brought this to life, so now we're gonna make offerings. But we end with that over there, which is the petitions to each of them, the devil and the petitions to the spirits. You are here with the wine. You're here with the feathers, and Sam's here. So, because everything with the devil is more backwards, we're going to go anti-clockwise and we're going to start on your side. Everything is symbolic.
And again, backwards being, a mockery to God, the Trinity, because they move things forward. The devil brings things back. It's the opposite. It's the antithesis of God, the devil is.
Off an offering to him. So the first thing to do would be to take the wine and you're going to pour just a little bit in the chalice. And then what you want to do is you're going to take one at a time. It doesn't matter what order that you're going to take, and you're going to sprinkle a little bit in. This is a mixture of herbs that he likes. This is graveyard dirt.
Now, graveyard dirt is kind of interesting because a lot of people believe that graveyards and cemeteries are actually hallowed ground, meaning that things like the devil and evil spirits can't actually step foot in them. So it's a little interesting that they're using that. Maybe it is supposed to be kind of like a mockery of, again, the Trinity, the protections of God. Also, I've been wondering who it is that's been taking the videos of them like far away in the granny, and I can see it's Colby right here in the background. So he is kind of partaking in this a little bit. I would say the only way to not really be partaking in this ritual, even though you're not doing it, is to not be in the vicinity of it. But I don't know anything about rituals, so who knows? Maybe he's at a safe enough distance.
Then Sam, you're going to come into the center and you're going to take the spark candle and you're going to drip wax over the frame in any way. It doesn't need to be any order. When it feels like it's the right time to stop and then return it like to the middle of the bowl. Sometimes that happens and it's not necessarily a bad thing. It can be that you're just in the moment. Sometimes it's a good thing because it's almost like purging like what's not okay in you right now, which might be good with what's going on. So there's a jar of bones there. So you're going to sprinkle the bones into the central jar and then put as much as you think is right into the central bowl as well.
Back. That hit me right in the head. Oh my god. Jeez. Oh my god! The moth went into the wine.
Did it?
Yeah.
That's possibly symbolic of accepting the offering, which I know seems a bit morbid because the moth's but
I'm good to do this, yeah?
Yeah, go for it. Whatever's happening right now between the four of us is working.
It's working?
It's working, 100%.
How can you tell?
Because for me personally in my craft, moths have always been the symbol of this is working. Every time something really strong is happening or working really well, I always get a moth. The moth is my devil kind of creature.
Wait, and this moth just came up, went straight into the wine.
Yeah.
And then died next door.
Good or bad?
I don't know. How do you guys feel?
I feel extremely nauseous and
Sometimes that happens. It's because you're kind of tapping into something, like I was saying to you, that's quite otherworldly. It's a different kind of energy. The last part is reading sections from the petitions, and then we set these alight, which we could do all together. They're placed in the bowl, and once they're burned, the ceremony is complete. I speak this to you, devil, which is Lord, keeper of the gate and crossroads. I do not beg, I stand here as always, with blood in your name and on my hands in the dark. Tonight, I ask your permission to open this space, to call the dead, to walk between the worlds under your gaze. Let your flame bless this circle and all involved. Let your voice speak through the silence. Let your shadow stretch long enough to keep all safe. Keep all safe. Keep all safe. And for the spirits of Pendle Hill, I call to the spirits who still walk the hill, the accused, the condemned, the feared, the forgotten. I know your pain, I know your power, I know what they tried to take from you, what they tried to bury away. Tonight, I do not ask you to forgive, but I ask you to rise, and I offer this space as yours, free from lies, free from chains. Come forward if you wish to speak tonight to these guys. Come close if you're ready to be seen, because no one's gonna silence you here. So if we can all together come back into the circle, what we're gonna do is there's 4 of us. Part for you, part for you.
Thank you.
Part for you. We're gonna close our eyes for a minute and just hold the paper between both the palms of our hands. Just feel it and connect with what I've just said. Then all together. In any way, I find this quite easier when you roll it like this. And then we're gonna light them all together on his spark candle. That should be okay. To
Yeah.
put in the air with the other thing. Let them kind of sit with each other.
Jesus, please protect us.
For you as well, while you're doing this, think of letting go of whatever you're going through. Just like letting it burn away. Okay. This is crazy. We're good to step outside the circle. And just take a moment. Focus on the flames. And once they bring themselves out, the ceremony is complete. You guys are ready to explore.
Okay, so that's pretty interesting. Again, I don't know how much of this is real. I don't ever intend to learn about the satanic side of the occult. I do find it interesting that they use wine, because I'm not quite certain how it works, but I know that the Holy Communion is you drink wine, which is the blood of Christ, and then you eat bread, which is his body. So are they substituting an actual blood sacrifice by using wine, which is the blood of Christ? Or is it just the ritual just calls for wine because it is red and it's a liquid and something like that? I'm very curious about that. Not curious enough to actually go out and look into it, but if you know the answer, please by all means leave it down in the comments below. I would love to know if my suspicion is correct, that it is because it is the blood of Christ and they're using it kind of as like a mockery of Christ and, you know, his blood. Okay. They've confirmed that you cannot be harmed through the screen. Please do not try this at home under any circumstances. I will also vouch for that. Being harmed through the screen is an interesting one because there are some people who believe that spirits can actually come through the screen and harm you. How that would work, I don't necessarily know, because most of these spirits are going to be older than the discovery of electricity to begin with. Are demons surfing the World Wide Web? I don't know. You tell me.
We just completed the ritual, and we'd love to know if you're willing to give us some answers about the witches here on Pendle Hill. There's a lot of back and forth about whether or not these witches actually were speaking with you and trying to work with you. Were you, the devil, working with the witches of Pendle Hill? The moth is coming back. The moth is coming back. I literally thought this moth died. Why?
No, he didn't die. He was drunk. It probably just got alcohol on its wings and or absorbed some through the skin, and it's kind of wearing off. Colby in the background, praying to his god, asking them to protect everyone that's there, is interesting because now you're kind of getting the two sides. It would almost seem like they would be, fighting. If I were, a medium or someone who worshiped the devil and said that the devil was talking through me, I would be curious to see what that devil would be saying to, hey, be like, hey, that guy over there keeps invoking my enemy to me. So I'd kind of be more interested in that than, are the witches there? But that's just me.
Answer to that question as well. Some yes, some no.
The rumor of the first witch that was accused, Allison, was that she summoned you, the devil, to lame a man, to give him a stroke. Do you have that power that you could hurt people like that?
Yes.
Yes. Does the devil have the power to not only hurt, but actually take someone's life?
Yes.
Were the witches of 1612 actually attempting to murder their victims through the power of you, the devil?
Not all. And the glass smashed as I did that.
Not all.
I think that's like an important, yeah.
Not all of them.
Because it's smashed, it's like angry. It's like, we don't want to be blamed.
Yeah, there is a lot of anger. He gets angry as well with the misconception of and the heavy focus on just his darkness, if that makes sense.
Are you angry with us or anyone specifically here in this room?
No.
Or is that true that you're mostly angry with misconception of who you really are?
Yes.
Will you allow the spirits of the witches here of Pendle Hill to communicate with us tonight and clear up this confusion?
So yes, please see them.
Please see them.
Yeah.
Well, there's... Oh my god, there's two more coming over here. The one that was over there about the wine is right here.
Let's come back alive.
You tell us to see these witches. Is there a specific room or area here at the farmhouse or on Pendle Hill that we should go to communicate best with you?
Whoa. Smashed.
You or the spirits of the witches?
Okay. I want to go back and review that because it looks almost as if she pressed against it really hard. Let's see if we can catch that.
Or on Pendle Hill that we should go to communicate best with you?
Whoa.
Okay, once more.
On Pendle Hill that we should go to communicate best with you?
Whoa.
It does almost look like her hand is kind of, she's holding it like this. It almost looks like her hand's kind of doing this a little bit. Just enough of a twitch to kind of push the book that she is writing on everything down. As to whether or not that's the devil communicating through her or just a natural twitch of the body, I don't know. But it definitely looks, to me at least, like her hand's kind of like flexing just a little bit, just enough to kind of push that glass down. And because it is a broken glass frame, it's probably very easy to just push and pop out.
You or the spirits of the witches?
Upstairs and round the back. I don't know what round the back means, but round the back.
For the witches that were actually using you and your power back in the day, what was their intention? They just want to show people their power, or do you think they were truly dark?
To hurt and to heal. Both.
To heal.
Balanced. the ability to have both, I think.
What is the biggest misconception that people have about the devil?
That I'm all evil.
So what is your true intention if you say that you're not all evil?
Protection for those that need it.
Roxanne here has pointed out multiple times tonight that if you see something specific that's going on with me in these sorts of rituals, can you enlighten us? What is it exactly that she is seeing?
You have a darker soul than most. Different spiritual awakening soon.
A different spiritual awakening soon.
Yeah. I sense that about you. I feel that about you.
You feel that I have a darker soul?
Yeah, but not necessarily in the way that people think or see darkness. But I think there's something about you specifically that understands.
That could kind of fall in line with the idea of yin and yang, where there's no such thing as true darkness or true light. In everything, there is a balance. There is a little bit of darkness in the light. There's a little bit of light in the darkness. It could just be the fact that you can't have one without the other. If there's darkness, there's going to be light. Now, technically speaking, in a scientific way, that's not necessarily true, because there are going to be vast spaces of just emptiness and blackness in which there is no light. But eventually you will find light. I feel like if we did more digging into this person, we would probably find some type of, like, she's a psychic medium, she's going to, come to her for, spiritual readings and tarot readings and stuff like that, but pay her first, and then she does the reading. You know what I mean? There's a vibe that I'm getting off of her that's very much like she's kind of doing this more so for clout than for anything else.
It's that.
Will you help me understand that side of myself a little more?
I don't know why, but as I wrote that, I haven't really looked, but I felt like a giggly, happy vibe. It says yes, with pleasure.
My buddy decided not to partake in this.
So now we're going to have Colby, who is a devout Christian. As to what denomination, I do not know. I don't think it really matters that much. But now we've got Sam, who is actively speaking with the devil to help him realize his spiritual awakening. It's good storytelling, I'll say that much.
Because he's very religious. I'm curious your relationship with God. What would you like to tell the world about your relationship with God?
I felt like something else was trying to come through, but I just couldn't.
Someone's walking.
He said, I'm not what they say.
I'm not what they say. Do you believe that God is more powerful than you?
God is the Almighty. Nobody is more powerful.
And that is something that if you believe in the devil as a Christian, you have to accept that the devil is the liar. The devil is going to do anything he can to get you to let him in. Again, is that the case? Is that true? I personally don't believe so. I don't believe either of them truly exist. I believe that they could exist, and if they do exist, neither of them deserve worshiping or deal-making or anything like that.
Again, it's like there's something blocking. We're all powerful.
Who is it that just walked in? We feel a new presence. Did someone else join?
He said she's glad you're here.
She's glad you're here. Is this person that's glad we're here someone that's going to be talking with us tonight? Is she a spirit here at Pendle Hill?
Yes.
And can you tell if she's a spirit of one of the witches that were here at Pendle Hill?
Yes.
will you give her the power to tell us her story tonight, to help us show the world all the misconception that once was?
Yes, be gentle.
Well, thank you so much. We really, really appreciate your cooperation. And again, we come with no disrespect. We truly just want your help understanding all the spiritualism that's here, and hopefully we can get more answers to share to the world. So thank you.
You're protected. Oh, that completely shattered.
He doesn't believe any of this shit just happened. You can tell by the way that he's looking. He's like, yeah, that was something, all right. Again, I'm curious as to how many notebooks this lady goes through doing her communication rituals, because she wrote one answer per page and then flipped the page. Again, I don't personally trust this lady, but that might just be me.
Completely shattered. Same here. Roxanne, really, really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
This was extremely wild, to say the least.
If you do see any more moths tonight, you know what that is.
I was like, can we go back and look at that? Just real quick. I
No, you know what that is.
This man in the background just flapping. Like, there's an easier way to blow out the candles than just flapping like a madman, but okay.
Oh my god. Guys, what did you think of that?
That was crazy.
That was one of the wildest things I've ever seen.
And it's like felt.
Yeah,
like I
felt
like.
saw with the moth that came in and smacked you in the forehead, bro, and like
And then died in
literally
the line.
died and then came back to life. Did you see that?
Yeah.
It didn't die. Okay, it got wet. It stopped moving to conserve energy. It did not die. Also, you can see the other guy is clearly like, yeah, that was definitely something.
I could hear like half of what you guys were saying. So I heard about the moth, but I didn't know it died in the wine.
Went into the wine, died next to it, and then once she started asking the questions, it started like fluttering, and then it went back into
It came back
life.
to life and
What?
like came and crawled over next to me while I was asking the questions.
I feel bad what I'm about to say, but just before we came in, I looked down, right?
Yeah.
And the moth was on my leg, like
No.
this whole time.
What?
Yeah, and like I freaked out and just went like that. So like, I don't know if that's bad or whatever, but
This man just killed the devil. Christians have been doing that, trying to do that for millennia. He did it with one little swipe. This man's a true warrior of God.
it's for sure dead now, I'll tell you that.
While she was asking, or you were asking the questions, I heard footsteps like all around us walking. I don't feel anything evil or anything though.
Okay.
But the thing we were talking to, whether that be the devil, was saying there was a female presence that entered, and that was the presence of one of the spirits of the witches that was willing to tell her story tonight.
Could that be who we just talked to in the previous investigation?
Maybe, but someone like entered and they were like, oh, there's a lot of misconceptions about devil worship and like witchcraft and things, but this woman seems like she's gonna answer some questions.
Okay.
They also said to go upstairs and then also round the back.
Around the back.
Sit on my back hurts.
Yeah, my back hurts really bad.
Oh my god, look at that giant spider right there.
No, thank you.
So scary. Because I didn't participate in this.
Him just chilling. He's been in that house longer than you guys have, and he's like, the fuck are these giant things doing? Talking to people, talking to things. This is my house. I'm gonna eat the bugs, and I'm gonna live my life. I'm Spider, I'm just chilling. I have spiders all over my apartment. So long as they stay up in the corner of the ceilings and up around those areas, I let them stay because they eat all the bugs that try to fly in through like my air conditioning units and my window and stuff like that. So they're incredibly useful. So long as they're not crawling on me or like on my stuff, they get a free pass in my house.
I feel bad in terms of like the video, and so I will gladly do the alone challenge because, spoiler alert, we were gonna do an alone challenge, and so I'll do that.
God for that.
Did she say the devil is still with you, like all night?
They said that the devil is contained in the little ritual that we did,
Yeah.
but he was going to give power to the spirits of Pendle Hill. But what we can do is we can try to get contact with this other witch that was entering.
He said she's glad we're here.
She's glad we're here. here. Wait, what?
Yeah.
What's that supposed
She
to
said
mean?
that, right?
Yeah.
You know what's so crazy? What I just noticed? Your eyes have the same color as your sweater.
Really?
They're like fully the same
Oh, what the
color. It's
fuck?
crazy.
Oh my
Look
god,
at
I think
that.
that sweater though, dude.
What's my sweater, dude?
Your sweater.
Oh shit! Shop Explorer. God.
Okay, obvious merch plug.
Speaking of angels and devils, like, oh god.
I know. I chose to wear the one with the angel on it. But guys, we got some new merch out. ShopExplorer.com. Click the link down below. We're also in Hot Topic and Zoomies all around the nation. So please support the channel. Get some merch.
Thanks for the plug.
You're so welcome.
The devil said the place that you're gonna get the most answers is upstairs and then round back. So one of the two locations that he wanted you to go is upstairs right now. So good luck.
All right, I'm gonna start this right now.
You're going in night vision?
I'm doing night vision.
Bro, he just like really like sacrificed himself right there.
You guys literally just made a deal
we
with the devil.
kind of just sacrificed
I
ourselves
did
too.
no such thing.
We're gonna be right here.
It's true. He didn't do anything. No one made a deal with the devil. No one signed a contract. No one said, hey, I'll give you this if you give me that. No one actually made a deal with the devil. So he's right. He didn't do jack shit. They may have supposedly summoned the devil, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they made a deal with the devil. I also like this guy because he's kind of just being like, yeah, like this is stuff that's happening, and I cannot say for a fact if it is or not.
We're gonna get some answers with the spirit box.
Sounds good.
All right,
See you
close the
guys.
door. Close that door on the way out.
Bye bye.
Peace.
It's just odd.
I know. I can't believe he just voluntarily just did that.
We didn't even ask him to do that.
Maybe he's being called.
Yeah, he like really wanted to go upstairs for some reason.
Oh my god, guys, I cannot see anything. Oh my gosh.
And it's true. In order for night vision to work properly like this, it needs to be dark. And I mean dark. So they have a screen. Actually, I can show you how big that screen is because I have my camera here right next to me. This is the one that I use for all of my filming stuff that's not like this. This is how big of a screen they get to look through when they are in night vision mode, when they're paranormal investigating. That's all they can see. Everything else behind them is if you were to, say, like go into your closet and shut the door with no light, that is what they can see all around them, aside from a little green. Like what we're seeing here, a green display of everything, that's what they see in this little, 3-inch? Or, no, this is like 13 inches, I think. Like, yeah, it's definitely 13 inches. This is what they can see, what they're looking through. So they'll be looking through stuff like this. And that's all they can see. Everything else around them is dark.
They say go upstairs and around the back. What does that even mean? If this is upstairs and around the back, I'm gonna say right in this doorway. Ow. Just like this. Okay. There's that one. Oh my god, immediately.
Now, that could just be him interacting with the environment around him. REM pods could be incredibly useful as kind of like a motion sensor device because they're so loud. You could put them up in a doorway and then go to another room that might have a little bit more activity, but you still want to get like this area here where there might be activity and you can hear the sound because it doesn't just light up, it makes the sound as well. So you can kind of use that as like a motion sensor or a motion detecting device to let you know, hey, there's something over there.
Again.
We have a spirit box here. It runs through a bunch of radio frequencies. Most of the time, it's just going to be like switching channels. And then a spirit is said to be able to give more power to certain words, and thus we'll be able to hear the words. If there's anybody here with us that would like to speak, you can come up to this device and give it more power. Is there anybody here with us right now? 4 or 5.
Is there somebody here? Oh my god, immediately. Okay, maybe this is the spot that it's talking about. I didn't bring anything else to talk to the spirits. I'm gonna go over here. Oh my god. Hey. Hello? Who's there?
See, so again, like I said, like he's walking away from it. So he's clearly not going to be what is causing that to go off.
Who's there?
The doorbell? Did someone just come in? Can you give us a name? If we're not talking to Jenny, can you give us a different name? Outside, we think we were communicating with the devil, and he said that there was a witch that was following us. Is that you?
Just for double confirmation, if there's somebody here. Oh my god. Obviously we know somebody is around here, but I have another piece of equipment, the music box, which is also just a motion detector, and I'm gonna put it on the other side and see if this goes off as well. That's still going on.
Can you be a little clearer than one person talking at a time? Who are you? This is our friend Harrison's first time ghost hunting. Can you say hi to him? No?
I thought it said hello.
Or hello.
That was a very eerie hello as well. It almost sounds as if they were like yelling from far away. That's interesting. I do, again, so I've said before, spirit boxes can be kind of misleading because it is going through multiple frequencies. And the way that those radio frequencies work is you're still going to sometimes get like connection or sound coming in through those radio frequencies. So if it, say, is starting at radio frequency 100, it goes through 100.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, etc., until it goes to 101. And between that 100 and 101, those can all be kind of picking up the same radio signal, but just at different strengths. So 100 might be the strongest strength that you get, but 100.1 could still have something coming through from 100 that's just not as strong and as clear. So you need full-bodied words to come through the entire spectrum. So it coming in and saying hello is pretty useful. Or not useful, I wouldn't say useful. It is coincidental, and you do want direct answers coming in from them. So you say, hey, this is Harrison's first time ghost hunting. Do you have anything to say to them? If they say, oh, hello, great. If it just says, hey, this is Harrison's first time ghost hunting, and do you have anything to say to them? And it just says, apple tater, doesn't really mean anything. So you want those clear, cohesive words to come through to really show that this device is doing what you say it's doing.
Dope. Was that hello? Yeah. Holy fuck!
Hi.
Hi again.
Is Colby upstairs doing okay?
I'm going to place this music box facing right into this doorway so that we can tell if somebody comes up. Okay, if this thing goes off, I will actually start crying. Upstairs and around the corner. Is anybody over here? Oh my god! Fuck! Oh my god, that just didn't go off for so long. I have full-on chills right now. It's been a long time since I've been jump scares like that. I can't even speak. I have full-body chills. The hairs on my arms are standing up right now. That thing has not gone off in so long. Fuck. Fuck.
What's happening to Colby? Go see?
Go and see.
Run? Run and go and see? Why? Is he in danger? Why should we go and see?
And now on the other side.
I would send one of them. There's 3 people there. I would probably send... I wouldn't send Sam. I would have Sam because he's using the spirit box stay. He's the one who's, you know, the most... not skilled, but the most experienced at this. I would have him stay. Probably Harrison as well, since it's his first time ghost hunting. Let him ask questions, and then I would probably send her to like, hey, go check in on Colby because the spirit box just told us to do that. Even though this is his quote-unquote alone, is it alone hunt, alone time, whatever they called it, solo investigation. It's supposed to be just him. Have her go check in on him and see what's going on.
Dude, there's somebody over there and right here. Guys, I actually don't know what to do. The temperature over there, non-stop. This thing just every once in a while, again, it's a motion sensor. It will only play if something's right here, which means there has been something standing or walking through this corridor right here, back and forth. It's like it's messing with me. Fuck, just like that.
We came here specifically to talk with the witches of Pendle Hill. Is that familiar, or is that one of you?
Is there someone you're scared of here?
Will you show yourself to us tonight? Run again. Is that because you still think Colby's in danger?
Hello? It's nonstop. Something is literally standing right on top of it. And I'm not kidding, guys. When I walked from there to here, it got so cold. It was not like this the entire time. And as soon as I get all the way down to the other hallway and the music box goes off, this thing won't stop. I think I'm gonna reset it really quick. It's not stopping at all. Okay. Okay, I just reset it. What? Immediately again? That's temperature. I have not seen the REM pod go this crazy. Everything's fucking happening at once.
If you tell us one more time, we'll go upstairs and see him. Yeah.
Okay, elemental coming through. That is interesting. There are people who believe that there are elemental spirits that are older than humans. They are, not as old as time itself, because time goes back 4.5 billion years, but they are beings of earth. They are beings of fire. They are beings of water and air or wind, depending on what texts you use. And these elementals can appear in different shapes, but they are usually attributed in some way to one of their 4 elements that I just mentioned. So earth elementals, probably going to be the most common in like stone buildings or dirt buildings. Fire elementals, you might see them coming out from like fireplaces or fire pits. Air elementals, I can't say too much about them. I haven't really read anything that has said air elementals, this is what they look like, this is where they come about from. I have personally experienced some odd happenings with what I believe to be water spirits, or spirits that are more so attuned with water than anything else. I don't believe that they were a negative spirit in any way, shape, or form. I think they just kind of exist and go about and do their own thing. Now, some people believe that you can, through witchcraft and through spells, control these elementals. I can't say for certain if that's true or not. I've never attempted to, but I have experienced some things with what I believe to be a water spirit, or a spirit affiliated with water. So could there be some type of elemental here? Possibly. It could very well be an earth elemental. They are up on a big hill with no trees, or not many trees at least, so it could very well be an earth elemental. And it could have been that the witches back then knew that the earth elemental was there, and they were using the witchcraft to kind of get in contact with the earth elemental for things like protection and stuff like that. Is that the case? I don't know, but it is interesting that it did come through and say elemental, because elementals are something that witches could tap into and try to use for their spell work.
Yeah. Oh, Moth is back. Confirmation. He's here? The Moth just came in and it said he's here? Alright, let's go.
So, another thing you want to look for with the spirit box is the same voice coming through multiple different channels. So you'll see him and confirmation were the same male voice, and it would have been through 2 different main radio channels. So that could have been a spirit coming through to talk to them.
If there's been somebody watching us and following us all night, and you're from the witch trials, can you please give me a clear sign? Either turn this on, or again, go to the REM pod over here and turn that on. In 3, 2... Holy fuck! Oh my god! I haven't been this jump scared in so long, and it's happened twice to me.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, wait, are you filming?
Yeah, I'm filming now. What the fuck?
Wait.
The door is locked? Am I just being stupid? How do you work that lock? No way! The little door?
Close it.
He barely closed that. The door just fucking locked to the upside. Oh! Was that just like really hard? Yo, Colby!
Okay, that is interesting. Some people do believe that spirits will want to get you alone, and in order to do that while you're in a group, they can lock the door. It could also just be the fact that it's a very, very old lock and it got stuck, and they can be very hard to open sometimes. But it is interesting that this is the first time any of those doors have seemed to lock themselves, and it is happening whilst Colby is upstairs getting all of this, I don't want to say, the supposed evidence.
Yo, do you see my eyes?
What's going on?
There's something fucking up here. I'm not kidding. I'm like about to cry.
Where's the REM pod right now?
It's over there on the
Oh
other
my
side.
god, wait, I thought that was you touching it.
No, that's what
the fuck?
It's all the way over there. There is something up here, and when I go on this side, this thing goes off. When I go over here, the REM pod goes off.
Pretty much the only thing we got the entire time of the spirit box session was go upstairs, Colby's in danger, like run. As soon as we tried to get up and like go see if you were all right, the door was locked.
What?
Like it locked from the other side, completely jammed. He like literally broke his fucking finger trying to
up. Yeah,
It was insane. What is happening?
See, I already reset it like once or twice.
Is it just freaking out over here?
It's reset again. If you guys weren't getting anything, it is up here, I promise you. There's multiple. Or it's just following me back and forth or just messing with me, but one of the witches is here.
Yeah.
So they've passed a couple of security cameras. I wonder if there is footage from those cameras out there that may have caught other stuff. I'd be very interested to see that at some point.
Oh my god! I think what we need to do is get a couple more answers, but it sounds like whatever we're gonna get is gonna be upstairs. So maybe what we do is we split up into 2 different groups and go to multiple different like rooms and try to get answers.
Okay. No, let's do it.
We are in the far room that Colby said was the #1 haunted of the upstairs.
Definitely.
You and Nikki split up and do the writing planchette. We're gonna go to the opposite side.
So a writing planchette is kind of like a spirit board or a Ouija board, as they're more commonly known, in which both people are going to put 4 fingers, usually 1 hand each, 2, on each side of it, and they can essentially ask questions and hope that the spirits can then move that planchette to write out an answer or to draw something. So you can say, hey, can you do a circle for yes? Can you do an X for no? Could you do, anything else like this? Could you give us an initial of a person that's here? It can sometimes do that. Again, it is all... You have to take it with a grain of salt because you have to hope that neither one of them is actively trying to move it to get an answer. And sometimes people can subconsciously start moving it on their own without even realizing it because their muscles are just kind of like, hey, we're in this position. We need to move it forward a bit now because we don't like being in this position. It's getting stiff. Let's just move it a little bit forward so that way our muscles can, not atrophy from this. So it is something that you do have to take with a grain of salt. I'll be interested to see how they decide to go about this.
Hopefully get some EVPs. Good luck, guys. Hopefully get some answers.
We are going to let our subconscious take this wherever it wants. So we are pushing it, saying that right now. And sometimes in the past, we've got some crazy shapes or
Okay, so again, I am glad that they admitted that they're the ones who are going to be pushing it. Now, I would automatically discredit everything that they're going to say as evidence of a spirit because they're saying oh, it's my subconscious doing this. When you talk about your subconscious doing something, you then consciously start doing it. That's just kind of how the consciousness works. I would hope in the future that maybe they just say, hey, we're not going to try and move it at all and let the spirits answer through us. So the fact that they say that they are moving it, I would have to discredit what they are, kind of saying.
drawings. So we're going to see if we can get anything like that tonight. To the spirits, possible witches, Pendle Hill. I was just up here alone. I know you're up here too. We invite you into this room. I don't know if there's multiple of you, but please use our energy. Please draw out some sort of symbol, or just any drawing in particular, to help give us a clue about this place or about who you are. Okay, here we go.
This is a voice recorder that will cut out any time that there's no sound. Theoretically, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be asking questions and then hopefully hearing responses. In a world that there's nothing here, it's just going to go from my question directly to your question, directly back to my question, and it'll be done. If it picks up on something, there'll be like words or sentences in between our questions that we didn't say. It's worked before a couple times and it is very, very freaky.
So while we're talking to it, what is that?
That's like a temperature change. Did something just enter the room with us? If so, can you turn that off?
I don't like this.
Just instantly starts going. That's crazy.
Okay, so they're only using 2 fingers each. I would say that, you know, it is also up to whomever's doing it. I've always done it with each person has 2 fingers on, or 4 fingers on it, unless there's more than 2 people doing it. So that way you can kind of move it, or it can move really in whichever direction you need to move. That would make it easier for the spirit to, you know, my left hand can do better things going left than my right hand can doing left stuff, things like that.
Is it raining outside?
Yeah, it started right before we started recording here.
So you're telling me we, or you guys, is that when the death one just starts pouring right outside?
It's a clear day as well.
A clear day in the UK, which means nothing. It can rain any day in the UK. Anyone who's lived in the UK can tell you that. It's the same with where I live in New England. It can be a clear day, and then tonight it'll be pouring rain. Tomorrow it could snow. It's weird.
It's like moving so easily now.
It is. Feels like it's going like a circular shape or something. Please use our energy. Are you drawing out some sort of symbol that you used to use in witchcraft back in the 1600s? It stops. Should we check and see?
Oh my god!
Wait, that almost made like a full circle.
It fully connected.
Wow.
It fully connected. It, you know what it looks like?
What?
It looks like an unfinished drawing of a dog. Like if you add the
Oh,
ears.
you're right. Yeah. How did we connect?
That's a bit of a stretch. I think she's just trying to see what, you know, our brains are designed to do, which is to see something. I don't see any type of dog in this, but what do you guys think? Do you see a dog in there? Let me know in the comments down below.
The line all the way over here. That's perfect. Like we didn't even go past that.
That's what I'm saying.
It's
This is
perfect.
so crazy.
Also, I was almost expecting the pentagram to show up, which I think would have been pure poetry, because I feel like it would really scare Colby if that were to happen. But that's also just me.
What's that?
That is not temperature. That's like something touching the REM pod. That was just like what I was doing it to
What
Colby
you were
in the other
touching.
room.
This isn't
This
us.
couldn't be us, just literally standing in the doorway. If there's anything there, I'd love you to come up to this device here while we're asking questions, and you can actually speak with us and give us answers. So I'm gonna turn this other piece of equipment off, and you can come over and actually speak with us.
Okay, I am glad that they are turning the REM pod off, because the device, if it only picks up when people are talking, or it only picks up sound, then that REM pod's just going to blow everything that you have out, because all you're going to hear is a constantly.
Use our energy. You can draw anything that you want that can give us a clue or a hint of who you are, or your story, or if you're innocent or guilty from the witch trials. If there's something that you can draw to show us, please. Now's your time. Whoa. That was also just like pushing my arm backwards.
3, 2, 1. We were told that the spirits of the witch trials haunt the upstairs area. If you are a witch that would like to speak with us, can you say the word witch?
Do you want us in this room right now?
Are Nikki and Colby in danger being in that room that they felt was so dark?
Do you like Sam?
Are we going to find out what he was pointing at? Was it a moth? Like, What were we looking at here?
All right.
Nah, you just stop there.
That is stop there.
Okay.
So if there's anything in between our questions,
There's gaps.
that's insane because it should only theoretically be our questions back and forth. But guys, while that happened, I just pointed at the camera. I don't know if it's on camera, but there was like another moth or a bug that was like following from downstairs.
What is that? This looks like it could be more of like a symbol of some sort. I just can't believe like we have like that straight of a line at the way.
Looks like a squiggle. It just looks like a squiggle. Also, why is half the page being cut off? I don't get it. Did they like write like, oh, this was the time or something like that on there so that way they can put it up there? To me, it looks like a squiggle, but I don't know.
Bottom there. That doesn't make any
Look
sense.
at this, like we have like the rigid.
Oh yeah.
If you are a witch that would like to speak with us, say the word witch. Who you want up in this room right now? Are Nikki and Colby in danger being in that room that they felt so dark? Do you like them?
That sounded like something talked after
like
the
maybe
end.
a
It's like-
little whisper of something.
I don't think we got any audible
Concrete, yeah.
thing, but like it sounds like towards the end, the last question, something was trying to talk, so I'm down to try it again.
And so what they were looking for is what some people would call a Class A EVP, or electronic voice phenomenon, in which the spirits can talk to you and they can say like actual words. Now, if this device only does pick up sounds that are coming in through the microphone, I would have preferred it if they had placed it like on the floor or something, or maybe on like the table, because you then run into the issue of, is that mic sensitive enough that it's going to pick up your fingers moving on the device, your fingers, you know, rubbing up against your clothes? Like, how sensitive is this microphone on there? Now, if they had gotten something like, hey, are Colby and Nikki in danger in that room that they found so dark, and they got a clear yes, that would be a Class A EVP. So that would be like a clear, distinctive response that we would have seen on camera that they did not say back.
Thank you for guiding us. You are welcome to use our energies to show us what you want to show us. We would like to know who we are talking to. So if you show us a symbol or something that we can make out, that would be great.
Super fast right off the bat.
Oh, this is so strange.
Oh my god. Did it just complete a shape?
Check. Oh no, is it? No.
Oh, you can barely see it, but yes it is. To me, it felt like, when I was closing my eyes, it felt like it was drawing a star.
That's what I felt like as well.
We're getting a WB, so Warner Brothers, did they sponsor them to do this trip? I also thought when I saw the shape of the triangle happening, I was like, ooh, we're getting that pentagram that I just mentioned. But sadly, no. It looks more to me just like squiggles.
Each one of these drawings or symbols may have not made like 100% sense, but it looks intentional. It's not just
It also
scribbles.
felt intentional.
Yes.
Like I feel like the way our hands were like gliding. Obviously, I've never done it before, so I can't tell. But it felt like, okay, this is like we're being guided.
Yes, it was for sure trying to like show us something specific.
If there's somebody here that would like to...
Also, where is she from? Because I can't tell if she's doing an accent because sometimes she just wants to slip into an accent, or if she actually has an accent. Because I'll do that sometimes where I'll be talking and then I will just slip into an accent and I will talk like this for like 10 minutes and it doesn't matter. I'm not from this place. I just do an accent. Or is she actually from somewhere and English is her second language? I don't know anything about this girl. Just that she looks like a Tumblr girly and she's pretty. But like, she from America? Like, does she have an accent, or is she just kind of doing that? Or they mentioned that she might be a medium. Is a spirit kind of trying to come through and being like, hey, this is how I talked. I want you to talk for me. I just bumped into my camera here.
speak with us, can you say hi or hello back.
Is there a reason why you keep grabbing Nikki?
Even though she said that she closed the portal to talk to the devil, is the devil still here at Pendle Hill? Yes or no?
How many of you are with us in this house right now?
Alright, let's listen back.
And so like I was saying before, like you can see their hands moving in the fast forward. Is the mic sensitive enough to pick up the sound that happens when you move your hand around the mic? So like I've got my mic in front of me now. I'm gently touching it and you can probably hear, I can see my mic audio rising. You can hear it picking that up. So if that microphone is sensitive enough to hear that, that might be the pauses that we're getting where they think that they're hearing something and it's really just their fingers kind of moving.
Hello back.
Fuck off.
What the fuck was that? That was something between.
You say hi or hello back. Is there a reason why you keep grabbing me?
I didn't hear that the first time. So I want to go back and see if I can hear that this time. Because if I can't hear it and then I can hear it that distinctly, I think they might have added that in post.
What was that? That was something between.
You say hi or hello back. Is there a reason?
Fuck.
Okay, you can definitely hear it real quick at the end. Hey.
What the fuck was that? That was something between.
You say hi or hello back. Is there a reason why you keep grabbing Nikki? Even though she said that
Something's going on.
the portal to talk to the devil, is the devil still here at Pendle Hill? Yes or no? How many of you are with us in this house right now?
Bro, something's
What
there.
the fuck?
Something's going on right there.
Yeah, again, I don't know if we got any intelligent answer, but it's so much more.
Should we open the door?
Oh, okay, I'm down.
Like, if it's like
Yeah.
kind of like a whispering kind of, you know what I mean?
Or maybe, what if we try right in that like doorway that he said everything was happening? Let's go in the middle of the hall. We were just here a few minutes ago, and that's where.
You closed that door, bro.
Oh my god! Wait, I
closed
did.
that fucking
You
door.
saw it? I wonder if it was on camera, but I closed that door earlier to the control room, and now the door is fucking open. Hello, is there anybody in here?
Bro, you closed this door.
This door?
Because this fan's on. Because it's
Yeah.
so fucking cold in this place.
Yeah.
This is the only warm place.
I closed that door, and then somehow this. Wait! Oh my god! No, no, I'm just saying that like that is the number one thing that happens in this farmhouse is doors open and close and latch by themselves, and that literally just happened to us, where we couldn't even open the door downstairs, and now this is opening on its own. Things
saw
are
you.
repeating.
I saw you close this.
Yeah.
I don't know if you filmed it. I don't know if you filmed it, but you closed it.
I don't
'Cause you were
remember if
like,
I filmed
oh, I
it
don't
either.
want the sound to be like.
This door was closed.
I would like footage of that. And we know that there are security cameras. So did one of the security cameras pick it up? I'm assuming they don't have access to that because I would hope that they would have put that in.
It was right before we walked into this room right here, guys. I swear to God.
Didn't have much luck with our final message.
We are going to be doing the Estes method for the final investigation. We're taking this to the next level. We made contact with the devil tonight, and we want to make sure, one, we're protected, but two, we're channeling the right energies. So before we begin, Nikki, we're going to have you hold and light your own candle and make sure that you fill yourself with the best intentions. Make sure that white light is there to protect you, and so nothing dark can attach itself to you.
Why just her? Why not everyone else? Or is it because she wasn't feeling well while they were doing the ritual? So they think it might be something that's might be trying to come after her.
Great.
So
Day,
she's hearing what we heard
night.
out there.
Day and night.
Night immediately.
White and black. The two different energies that they were talking about.
we're all.
We are
this is
all.
something.
We're all powerful.
It's going to be.
So the light, and that's what they were saying, right?
That's what they were saying.
They work with both powers.
Yes. No.
Yes and no. Same thing, back
No.
and forth.
Dude, this thing is so loud, dude. Who are we talking to?
Is it a witch?
Far.
Far from a witch? Can you tell us your name? Again, we mean no disrespect. We just want to hear your story. This is a perfect time for...
Many. There are many.
There are many, many spirits.
Many stories
From
as
different
well.
quarters.
Were we truly talking to the devil earlier?
So again, I've said this before, I take issue with the Estes method because there's no way for us to truly know what they're hearing, because there is yet, as far as I'm aware, there's yet to be a way to record the audio that is coming through this spirit box and what they are hearing in the headphones. So I find it odd that they weren't getting as many like words coming through earlier when they were downstairs doing it. Maybe it was because they were downstairs and the upstairs is said to be more active. But the fact that usually you'll see like the spirit box when they're not doing the Estes method isn't that active. But then when they do the Estes method, suddenly they're getting all these words coming in. And I tend not to really look too favorably upon the Estes method.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Oh, my God. Was that a dangerous move for them to do? Was that a mistake?
What the fuck was that?
Like scratch.
3 men. Run.
Oh my god. From what? What should we be running from?
You.
Run.
You're the
You feel
dark
it.
person.
You feel it.
Run from
Run.
whatever feel.
The 3 men need to run because she is now the devil. No, this is actually the third time they've gotten the word run come through a spirit box, supposedly come through the third time. So I find that actually to be pretty fascinating, pretty interesting.
Bling it is? How can I do that? How can I get away from this dark energy?
They were all over.
Are you just talking about the witch spirits?
Nothing's changed. Nobody knows how to. I think they're coming.
Oh my God.
Oh fuck.
These are crazy. Wait, can you confirm who we're talking to? Are you somebody from the Device family or the Chaddocks family? Or maybe the neighbors in the witch trials?
No.
Not the neighbors or none of that.
Were you targeting Nikki specifically for a reason?
They're normal.
I think that could still be
They're
about
normal.
the neighbors.
Yeah.
The neighbors were normal. They were not witches because they got
It could
accused.
be.
It could be.
Oh, because they just went to that meeting on the
say it.
Sabbath and then they got blamed. Do you know if they were all guilty or innocent?
What?
Well, they said some of them were
Should
good.
I stay?
Please. We just need a few more minutes. Don't go home yet.
They can't? Tell them they can't.
Arguing.
They're like telling them, hey, don't leave. We just want to know,
Yes?
were the witches innocent? Were they wrongfully hanged?
Or was it just some that were innocent?
Down, down, go. Not sure what to say.
Do you not know?
Important accident.
Was it an accident to talk to the devil today?
No. The machine. Turn it off.
This thing.
Oh.
You don't want to communicate with us? Do you not like
No.
talking? No.
Everybody out.
Oh my
Oh
God.
my god. Okay, we'll leave.
There's some God.
There's some God.
These are questions that are released from.
Maybe we should know the answer. It's saying like run away, like you don't want.
She's kind of shaking.
Yeah, I feel like we should wrap it up very soon.
Now.
Now. Oh my god.
We get her out?
I
What?
feel like this is like pretty dangerous.
Well, I just don't understand. Like, do we even figure out?
I've actually got like goosebumps. Like, I don't know if you can see that. Like my hair, I don't think it's coming through on the camera very well, but like my hair's starting to stick up on end. This is interesting. Like I said, like I have my issues with the Estes method because we don't know that this is for certain, but it is pretty fascinating that these are the answers that they're getting. It is almost as if something is talking to them and saying, hey, you don't want to be here. Like, you shouldn't be doing this. And it could be spirits of those people from 1600 who were incredibly devout, who were incredibly religious, being like, you are messing with things that you should not be messing with, and you need to leave. I got goosebumps and my hair is sticking up. I think this is amazing. If it's real, this is probably my favorite SS method that I've seen somebody do so far.
Anything? Like, are they guilty or innocent? Can you just
You
let
are
us know?
looking for?
Looking for something we can't find.
Like, you don't want the answer. Or maybe you already got it.
Discard it.
Like, stop asking. Maybe that's just not the right question. What's the true intention of witchcraft?
I understand that you will... Kate? He's here. He's
here.
He's here.
Oh my god.
Who's here? The devil?
What do you mean he's here? Probably the he we've been summoning.
Run.
Oh my god.
The run keeps coming. Also, who the fuck is Kate?
Right here.
Oh!
Okay, sorry, I had to...
No, you're
That was
not.
too
You're
much.
good.
That was
Fine.
in my brain.
Oh my god.
That completely threw me out of that. The right here, I don't know what that was or what. Holy shit.
It didn't want to answer at all if like the witches were guilty or innocent, but it said like there's something here and like to run multiple times and leave. It doesn't want to tell us. It's like discard the question. Stop.
You kept saying he's here as if the devil. I almost feel like the spirits like wanted to go home. They didn't want to be here asking.
It literally sounds like you guys might have summoned the devil, and then maybe she wasn't able to get rid of it completely.
I feel like we learned a lot about the devil and how he interacts with the witches, but we didn't learn too much about the witches themselves.
Yeah.
Because they're scared. If the devil's still here, they all ran away. They don't want to even talk to us, or they're here and they're just like, it's not important, like, get out. One thing we didn't tell you guys as well is we had not just one witch planned for today, but we have another witch who can help us. This is more so going to be an exorcism, if you will, of our souls, which sounds scary.
Exorcism of our souls? That is like the craziest way to describe it.
Right, you know,
I think they chose the wrong wording. You can exorcise a spirit and a soul that is not attached to a human body, or you can exorcise a soul that is attached to a human body that is not its original host. He might have meant to say cleansing, so they're going to cleanse themselves through another witch to prevent any dark, or really any spirit in general, from attaching itself to them. So I'm wondering if he meant to say cleansing and he was like, it's an exorcism of our souls. I really like these guys. I know this is only the second video that I've reacted to, but I can't wait to see more of their stuff. These two guys seem really fun. They seem really fascinating. They seem like they really actually do care about what they're doing, and they really want to find stuff. And I personally love that. So I'm excited to see what's coming next with this exorcism of souls.
literally
Cleansing of our souls,
I got a
right?
text from you saying, yo, do you want to come like film a vid? I was like, mate, yeah, for sure. Like, you're in the UK? Yeah, man. All right, cool. What the
And that's how it should be when you collab. Do not tell the person you're collabing with, hey, we're summoning the devil.
We have been dealing with some very, very dark energies tonight, so we are here to help banish those dark energies with our new friend Marco. How would you describe yourself? A witch?
A magician, not of the stage kind, more of the occult kind, right? Basically what I'm going to do is called a banishing ritual, an exorcism maybe, and this comes particularly...
He's
what happened there?
Exorcisms.
I didn't know what.
So exorcisms are also usually only performed by the church. So it is like a blessing or a banishing of spirits.
I got myself into.
It's more about cleansing the energy, cleansing you guys that went through, this investigation, and cleansing the area around us, so we can actually maybe leave behind all sorts of whatever strange energies you guys went to meddle with tonight. Oops.
Okay.
Eucharistos.
I know they were talking about moths, but there's a butterfly like decoration on that chandelier there. Also, I can't tell what language he's speaking. I'm assuming it's Latin, because the Latin language would have been what was used to originally spread the language of Christianity during that time.
Homo Junges. Opiso mo talaga ka.
I could have done without the, voice effect of it, but okay. I know it's entertainment value. There's only like a minute or two left, so they're trying to keep you all the way through for full retention rate.
Underneath our feet are 200 miles of tunnels that contain the remains of over 6 million bodies. This is genuinely the most scared we've ever been to film a video. But it's time.
Okay, so it looks like next week they're going to the catacombs of Paris, which I will also react to that as well because, like I said, I really enjoy these guys. I'm assuming the Surviving World's Most Demonic Island is the first one that they did, and the cops came. I'm hoping it is because they weren't aware that people were allowed to be there, and not that they were trespassing. But again, I don't really know. But yeah, I think some of the stuff they got in this video was incredibly interesting. I think, does it confirm that ghosts exist? No. Again, I've been over this before. We'll never be able to confirm that they exist. But no, I thoroughly enjoyed this video. I really liked it. I thought it was fascinating to watch them do the different rituals. I don't believe that they really did summon the devil, but that's, again, just me. So let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below, and I'll see you in the next video.